to Fanatically Correct. Brought to you by us, fans like you, but mostly
us. In a dark corner of the world, three men will work together to bring you a podcast like no other. This is Fanatically Correct, where the fans, the geeks, and the nerds are always correct. With your host, MSK, Yo Peace, and Omega.
You know what? Lately, we've been doing a lot of catch-ups, and we're not giving a lot of content. Oof! I just hit the mic.
We just hit the mic.
My mic hit the other mic.
Yo Peace's mic hit his other mic because he has multiple mics.
That sounded terrible.
Mike Lowry.
That sounded terrible. But,
we have Mike Lowry.
But seriously, this is a really broke cast. If anybody can actually see how I'm recording right now,
we'll put it up.
They will probably send us money.
We'll put it up on Instagram.
It's pretty bad.
No. It's
pretty bad.
After the episode airs, after the episode airs, we'll post it.
Isn't this like the anniversary like episode, and you were still recording this way?
Still broke.
Yeah. It's
great. It's great.
It's 4 years. 4 years in the making, and I'm still. Yes. In fact, I'm getting worse every single episode with my recordings. It's just getting worse.
We're sacrificing so much to continue to record.
Oh man, this is crazy. Broadcast.
And this is bad.
Segue,
That's what
we're
that
gonna
is.
do it. We're gonna do it for life. FanCor for life. 4 years for life. We're doing it correctly.
Yep.
Unlike Bad Boys that did 4 for 3. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yeah.
On how they messed up.
Bad
the title.
Boys.
4 for 3.
4, and it's for
it should have been
movie number 3.
Yeah, it should.
And they used the number 4 on movie number 3 when they have full intention of making a number 4.
Should have been Bad Boys.
I doubt they had any intention of making 4, man. It took them 15 years to make the third one.
Yeah, but now 4 is gonna come out like in 2.
Well,
they're about
to be fair,
slap it together the way they slapped this one together.
Yeah, to be fair, it took them 15 years, but 6 months. Not even. Maybe 3 months.
Like 3 months.
Maybe 1 month
So,
to shoot this whole thing.
Actually, 6 weeks. 6 weeks.
To do this right, we're gonna go ahead and slap this episode together where they slap that movie together.
Yeah.
I am your host, Omega.
MSK.
Yo, peace.
Yeah, Fanatically Correct. We're still here.
4 years. Woo! Let's celebrate, baby.
FanCor for life.
Let's celebrate. Woo! Let's do this.
Yeah, so it looks like it's just going to be kind of like Yo Peace was saying earlier, another catch-up. We'll just hop around, between movies, shows, video games, a lot of stuff that's been going on since Yo Peace and I did our W's. And speaking of W's, we'll have another W coming up.
Yes, we will.
With Westworld in March.
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Coming close. So, first catch-up since the last episode we did was... The Witcher. And MSK is caught up on The Witcher. Anything you'd like to add in on The Witcher?
Take out, whatever.
No, can you say the name of the character?
Oh, don't do it.
Who?
Geraldo.
Which one?
Geraldo.
The main character.
Geraldo?
Yeah. Say his name.
Geralt? Which one? How do you want to say it? They say it so many freaking different ways.
I don't know, man. They all sound the same to me.
They don't all sound the same to me.
The way they said it in the show, everyone said it pretty much the same way.
Well, I heard it's multiple different ways. And my favorite is Geraldo. I'm going with Geraldo. I'm definitely going with Geraldo.
Yeah, let's just stick to Geraldo. It'll be the easiest way to pronounce his name.
That show was good, man. The only thing I'm gonna add to what you guys talked about is it is very confusing, the timeline, how they didn't do it the way Westworld did it.
Yeah.
Westworld didn't do it Westworld did it perfect.
Yeah.
They did it perfect.
First season for sure.
Yeah, these guys, I don't know, man. It was all over the place for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a pre-spoiler alert. In this episode, when we start talking about a topic, we're probably just gonna spoil things unless it's something that hasn't come out yet. Like we start talking about trailers for movies coming out or seasons for other shows that have come out or whatnot. But as we hop around, if we forget a spoiler alert, here's the blanket spoiler alert at the beginning. So spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Back.
Every way, toss a coin to your spoiler. That's it. You got the spoiler alert. If we don't remember later, you know what's up. we probably going to spoil things as we talk about things like Joker, Rise of Skywalker, whatever as we hop around. But yeah, like you were saying with the timeline thing, I think they're going to fix that for season 2. I think they'll still kind of do it, but they're probably going to.
Yeah, I mean, I got what they were trying to do, like in the 3rd or 4th episode, but then it was just like, why? why were they trying to? It felt like they were trying hard to confuse people, but
yeah. That's
they
what
didn't need to.
They
didn't need to.
It feel like it was like purposely confusing it when
like in Westworld you needed to have that. Westworld, I thought you needed that. This show you didn't really need that.
Yeah. Well, like Westworld did in season 1, they did it perfectly by completely separating the 2 stories, and they did it at the right time. Yeah. In season 1, they took a break where it almost seemed like, oh, she's with them now, when really the whole time she was downstairs or whatever in current date. In the basement, and in past she was now on that journey with the Man in Black. So they did it right, and then after that, the hopping around was obvious flashbacks in season 2. Right. You know, they were giving obvious flashbacks. Yeah, it was definitely no further trying to trick you or anything like that. Where like he's just like MSK just said, The Witcher, they're trying to trick you the whole season. It's like you give it to me at a breaking point, like, oh wow, and even then they still would have had a bit of a one up because they have 3 timelines, almost 4. I feel like it's 3.5 timelines. That 2 kind of merged together pretty quick, but there's 3 definitive timelines in that series.
In The Witcher, yeah, I think there's about 3.
Yeah, there's 3 for sure, but it almost felt like 3.5 because I'm still not 100% on the first episode because I'm going to rewatch that season again before the next season comes out. Because the first episode, which I think that's one of the many, not many shows, but one of the few shows that the first episode hooks you in incredibly. A lot of shows you say, hey, it's a good show. It's like Watchmen. I really enjoyed it from the beginning, but a lot of people, they say, yeah, once you get into episode 4
no spoiler
or 5,
on that, by the way.
I'm not going to say because I know you still haven't caught up on Watchmen, but I'm just saying it's one of those shows that for some people, it might take them to get to like episode 4, because from that moment on, it's just like incredible episode after incredible episode after incredible episode standalone, not even as an arc in the whole series, which it is still arcing in the whole season, but there's a lot of shows like that. We tell people, give it a couple episodes. You have to do that a lot, where The Witcher, Personally, I think Yopis actually didn't like it right out the gate on the first episode. I did, because especially, again, spoilers, when I thought that was going to be a main character for sure, was the female and his love interest in the first episode. And then in the same episode, you have that bloody sword fight scene at the end. And I was like, okay, wow, this show's going for it, episode 1. And I was hooked on that.
Just to we get back to this whole thing. I did like it from the beginning. I liked it. I just, again, it was confusing for me, so that's the only thing that threw me off. Yeah. It's not that I wasn't hooked from the beginning. It was just that it took me 4 episodes to actually understand where they were trying hooked because
you kept watching.
But it was confusing for no reason, though. It didn't need to be confusing. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't push the story forward. They actually just released more information on season 2 because they began production.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have more...
I like some casting.
They have more casting people. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I rumored 2 other ones. I know for sure is I forget the actor's name, but what is it? Torment? What's his name in Game of Thrones? The big redhead?
Tormund, yeah.
Yeah, Tormund. He's casted, that's for sure. And then I read like a rumor, I don't know if you can verify it, what you read, Mark Hamill and which that one's crazy, and with Mads from Polar and Bond and all that.
Yep.
Mads Mikkelsen, isn't it? Oh, I didn't see that.
That was a rumor thing I read. I saw it was like a reading thing that there's rumors of Mark Hamill and Mads as Witchers, like because I guess there's multiple.
I did hear about a rumor.
Oh no, there's Lars Mikkelsen that's gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Oh okay.
There's rumors.
From House of Cards.
Yeah, there's rumors about different Witchers coming into the next season. I don't know the actors that were gonna take place in it. But the rumor that I did hear is that they're actually going to put some of that Witcher 3
storyline,
the video game,
into the actual season, which is crazy because
I gotta get into the video games. I've watched some of it on Twitch. Actually, shout out to one of our buddies out there, Raf3. He actually started playing a little bit of Witcher on his Twitch channel.
Yep. Yeah, I think he started reading the books.
He started reading the books. Yeah, he's hooked.
Shows that good, man.
He's obsessed.
Yeah,
show is
he's
that
all
good.
All in.
Oh, and speaking of Twitch for a moment, we are kind of playing with that, so just keep a lookout. Like we were playing with some of the story stuff of going live on Instagram, and we are playing with a little bit of here and there. We're not probably not going to commit to being.
No, we can't even commit to a podcast.
Yeah, to a podcast.
Imagine a Twitch feed.
Exactly. But here and there, we might, drop a line that we're streaming some GTA. It's usually GTA. It's a great way to relieve.
Usually, no, it's
only
always GTA.
It's only
It's
GTA.
not usually. It's always GTA.
Always GTA. But yeah, because we guys, we always post pictures on Instagram here and there. We cosplay on GTA like crazy and dress as other characters. I was The Witcher for a while, and I posted some on Instagram. So yeah, we play with that.
Is it called cosplaying if you're doing it in a video game?
I don't know.
What would you call it?
What would you call it
in a video game?
I would call it playing a video game.
Coin something now. Yeah, but if you're purposely dressing your character like something from something else.
That's true. You are actually trying to dress up.
Avaplay, like avatar play.
Avatar. I don't know. I'm sure there's a word. That
has to be. You know what? Let's phone Raf 3 right now and see what he says.
Oh, call him right now. Let's call him.
I don't know if he'll know. You know what? We gotta try. Actually, we gotta ask our cosplayers out there. What would they term?
Yeah.
What would they label? Hey, I don't cosplay in real life. I cosplay in GTA.
What would that be
on
called?
My fake avatar life.
Or maybe big sim players who play the Sims.
Oh, Sims. There you go.
So maybe they'll know a word for it.
Oh yeah, doesn't your wife play The Sims?
Yes, but she's not that nerdy. I'm just saying, it's the truth. I mean,
yeah. I am that nerdy with GTA.
I am too.
All the time.
I am too.
Yeah.
In fact,
right now, get into it here
I'm dressed as Tron right now. So
yes, we're all Troning right now.
Yeah. So it is what it is. So let me tell everybody where they can find us. How about that?
Awesome segue.
Ready?
This is how you can drop a coin to us.
You can listen to us.
Oh, that's another thing. I think you sang that song like 20 times that episode.
Because I love that song.
Apparently you do. I'm going to get you the soundtrack for your birthday.
It's a great song. Stop it. It's a great song.
Every song.
I'm going to get you on CD though, because I know you're the only one that still uses CD.
Oh, A-track. He has an A-track.
I have a 6-disc changer in my car, so yeah, that works.
A-track.
A-track version.
A-track. What is an A-track? Like, what is that?
I don't think the youth now will really know what an A-track is. So
I don't even know what a CD is.
They barely know what a CD is.
No, man. I showed my niece the original iPod, right? Like the big bulky one, and she has no idea what that is. So
nice. It's like, is this a busted iPhone? Like,
man, hey, thanks for hating on the actual segue, but you can listen to us on Fanatically Correct and rate us on iTunes, PodBean, use Google Play, Google Podcasts, or AnyPod in order to listen to us as well. You can find Fanatically Correct on social medias at the @ handle on FanCor for Twitter and Instagram. Search for Fanatically Correct on Facebook. We're also on MeWe. We're not on, that other website that died. Our website is fanaticallycorrect.com. That will take you straight to PodBean, so you can rate us again. Please rate us. And just listen to our past, present, barely future episodes. And last but not least, you can always email us at contactfancor@gmail.com and leave us a voicemail if you want, which is 786-704-8404. God, I hate doing these things, and that is pretty much everything.
Doing so well.
We're not on TikTok, and then right now we're not on TikTok. Not yet. But we're not.
I'm gonna go ahead and advance promo August 8th, Sunrise City Comic-Con. One at least, or most likely all through. So far, 2 years in a row, we've managed to all three of us hit it and hit the panels. But they are already selling tickets online, so that's the only reason I'm just giving a mention. It's a Saturday, August 8th, Sunrise City Comic-Con. We'll be paneling something that hasn't even been decided yet. But
that's news to us. I mean, I don't know if Yopis knows. Did you know that?
Yeah. FanCor for life, baby.
Let's go with it. FanCor for life. FanCor for life. So we'll see. Something will be going on with that. Even if we're not there, it's happening. So
that's for sure.
Even if we're not there, we can edit this part out of the episode.
We can edit this out, but that we're gonna be there.
The funny thing is that this will not be edited out. In fact, this is gonna be played out exactly what you're hearing.
Exactly what you're hearing, because we can't afford to edit things out anymore.
It's so bad.
Yeah, we got a lot of cons coming up too. SuperCon, MegaCon.
SuperCon got bought out, so it's gonna be interesting this year.
This is their last year of a lot of things that are still from before, But yeah, they did get bought out by the New York City Comic Con group, and they're going to be making a lot of moves, a lot of waves. It's you can already tell by their celebrity lineup,
their logo. They changed their logo and everything.
Everything, yeah. They're fixing everything up. The only bad thing is
that's crazy.
Us, because we live in the South Florida area. South Beach is not the most fun area to have to park in and drive in. The good thing is they're not doing 4th of July anymore. They're pushing it to May, so at least they're not competing with that week.
Hey! Don't be discouraging people that are trying to go to South Beach. It's a great place. It's a great place.
Well, it is not when it's apparently
LeBron
all our
went to
sports
South
teams.
Beach. He won
Apparently all our
championships in
sports
South
teams
Beach.
are there. All our sports teams are apparently in South Beach.
Yeah, everything is
The
in
Super
South
Bowl.
Beach.
The Super Bowl was in South Beach. Shakira and
Super Bowl
J-Lo,
was in
South Beach.
Everything. is
Actually,
there.
the NFL experience this year was in South Beach instead of doing it at the stadium
No
like
one
they're
cares about
supposed
that.
to.
But yeah.
I love don't discourage people that just love Miami. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Yeah, no, it's just,
Or
no,
the idea of Miami, you mean?
You need
the idea
extra
of Miami.
traffic out there. Extra.
But just generally speaking, and it's more tourist friendly. For the locals, it's a bit rougher. The tourists obviously rather be out in South Beach than a lesser beach area like it was over in Fort Lauderdale Beach,
Which is the
other
better
times that
beach,
they've
by the
done
way.
it. Yeah, it is because it's less packed. But
Less space.
it is what it is. So, but parking's a bit rough. But I think they're improving that. I think they're opening up another garage, and they have a whole lot of valet there. So we'll see. It's I'm looking forward to it. I did one day last year, and it was a pretty good environment. It was more organized, that's for sure.
That's good to know.
And they definitely had a lot more things going on. They had a lot more options. A lot more of the locals, like Tate's Comics, we'll give them a shout out. A lot more locals that hadn't been working with them for a long time. They reached out and they're bringing everyone back. So they are trying to make it very community oriented, and of course still bring in the big crowds like they do at New York City. So it's gonna be some good stuff. And MegaCon is still great, and their lineup also is blowing up over there.
So they pretty much made they put it into the upside down world, right?
Pretty much.
The upside down world.
The upside down. Oh, Stranger Things 4. Good segue.
You know what? I still haven't seen that trailer. I already know the spoiler, but I didn't see that trailer.
Yeah.
The whole
Why?
trailer is
Why?
the spoiler. That's it. They don't show anything else
So
but
stupid.
the spoiler.
So
That's all they
stupid.
show. It's so bad.
Yeah. Here's the
It's
problem
so
about
bad.
it. It was made. It wasn't even a promo. It's not a promo. That's not a trailer.
It's an FU.
They even put
It's an
his
FU
face
to
on the
everybody.
actual like every website had his face.
Yeah.
I don't know who cut that trailer or
That's not a
spoiler
trailer.
or teaser, whatever you want to call it, because it feels like that was as an FU to everybody
Yeah.
talking online. And in fairness, like we all said, like we're pretty sure he's the
Yes,
American.
that's not the point of it. Like we
I know,
get it.
but that's what but that's the point. It felt like it was an FU. Like, oh, you all want to talk about that? You already know what it is. Well, then here you go. It is that.
They
It's
just want
ruined
people to talk
there.
about the show. That's what it was.
I
I mean, did it feel like an Easter egg after credits? Like, is that what it was? Like,
No.
like maybe that was supposed to be at the end of last season, and they didn't put it.
maybe, and they're like, hey, you know what? Let it. Why? let
Maybe
that video go
I
away.
guess yeah. I guess you could say it was cut.
I don't know. He
it
looks
was
really
cut.
thin. He looks really thin in that spoiler, in that teaser. He looks really thin, so I don't think
maybe
it was around the
maybe
same
they
time.
actually have him working out there for a while.
I don't know.
Maybe
'Cause
he got
it
thin
looks like
for
he filmed that
Hellboy.
while he did Hellboy. Yeah,
For Hellboy,
it looks
yeah.
like he filmed that during Hellboy because he's big again.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
Black Widow.
By the way, that
You know
movie
what I
was
mean?
garbage.
What
Hellboy,
movie?
Yeah, that was rough.
Garbage.
What movie?
Hellboy?
Hellboy?
Came out last year. It was
Hellboy.
I don't
No,
know
it
want to talk
didn't.
about it.
Hellboy's been
Yeah.
out for. It was in the early 2000s. What are you talking about?
So now
Yeah,
Loki's
you're right,
is gonna
you're right.
pull the MSK. That
Yeah, you're
fan
right.
film that came out that they actually
That fan
released in
film.
theaters.
A really
the
terrible fan film.
Okay.
Very terrible fan film.
The fan film that actually got released in the theaters. Yeah, but it was a lot gorier than I was expecting. it to
Speaking
be,
about
too.
fan films, how you guys see that Fast and Furious trailer, the new one that with the
Those
car
are fan
and
films. Those
they're
are
bringing back
those are how not to make a crap.
This,
How not to make a good movie.
they're bringing back Han.
Con.
No, Han.
Khan.
His name is
Oh,
Han.
Han.
Khan.
Oh yeah. Is it his twin brother? It might just be.
No,
his twin
it's
brother.
that's Flan. That's Flan.
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 That's Flan.
Yeah, his Latin twin brother.
Flan. He's actually from South
Twin brother
America.
was raised in South Miami. He loves
Yeah,
flan.
flan.
So he took on flan. That's horrible. They're just bringing back. They'll bring back everyone except, of course, Paul Walker. They can't.
That's,
but they keep pretending instead of writing him off correctly in the series and naming the kid after that, character or whatever. Like I don't know what that. They're horrible. They're horrible. And I don't know, Hobbs and Shaw or whatever the heck, that one too.
I'm just waiting for them to do like a flash forward movie, and it's Jason Momoa as Dom's kid. Right?
It might as well be. John Cena is
Like,
supposed to be his brother. Wait, I want to dissect that for a second. John Cena and Vin Diesel are supposed to be brothers. How?
No, I can see it. Muscle.
Yeah, I don't see it.
If you have muscles, you're brothers.
They're adopted brothers or something, and even that, it's the typical novela garbage.
Like that, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that they don't talk about his brother at all in the 9 movies.
All of a sudden, he has a brother.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he has a brother.
What is that about?
No, wait until you see his cousin. That's what's gonna really be the shocker. His cousin.
Jason David Frank, his cousin.
Yeah, it should be Jason David. Oh, who's the better? Oh, that's another one. What's that? Bloodshot.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, that looks like a XXX type thing
It's
that he's
gonna
trying to do.
And it's gonna bomb.
Speaking of Bloodshot, that's actually Jason David Frank. So if anybody wants to see anything about Bloodshot, go look for Jason David Frank, and do not give this guy some money because he's got enough.
And no. Vin Diesel's the only thing he's making money on are the Fast and Furious. I mean, he's making money, but I'm saying the only movies that are selling with him now are Fast and the Furious, outside of voiceover work, for Groot.
I mean, what other movies has he done?
That witch hunter thing, whatever.
The Pitch Black movies. Those are good though. The Pitch Black movies are good.
I like the first one. I like Pitch Black, and actually the last one wasn't bad. It had
I personally like the second one more, but whatever.
Yeah, the second one was good, man. I like all three of them.
You like Chronicles of Riddick?
Yes,
the one that got all crazy?
I like that one more than the
really? The one that got all crazy and overly.
Yep.
That one felt like the one with Channing Tatum to me.
No, stop.
That's what it felt like. Like overly overspaced. Overspaced. They somehow
because it built the world.
It
did.
The
second movie built the whole what's going on in the whole universe of that thing.
I actually
the third one went back to the more Pitch Black feel, which was good. So.
Yeah, that's why I like that one more.
But another one's coming out. I think they're making another one.
Of course they're. Of course, sir. Because that's gonna be his thing. He's pre-Schwarzenegger, pre-Stallone. No franchises as long as you can. Smart. It's a moneymaker.
Family.
So it's family. It's all about family. Unless it's The Rock. We're not family, so we have to do separate movies.
All right, let's skip this talk because this is getting really. I'm getting really mad on this.
Listen, the only thing I really want to hear is him saying, "You can't see me."
You can't see me.
Family.
No, I'm calling it now. I'm gonna turn out if someone writes in the line, and I bet you, because again, this is so easy and simplistic to write in there. He's gonna go, "We're family," and either him. Somewhere in the conversation between him and John Cena, one of them's going to say, pardon my French, fuck family. And if it's him that says it, that's complete garbage because he's always been about family and family and family since the first movie. So that's going to be some of the worst writing ever. And if John Cena says it, it's so gimmicky. And it's like, how did we not see that
It's already
coming?
gimmicky. This is the third episode of Knight Rider, season 6. That's what this is. It's the same. It's the same. No, I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
No, I'm really mad. I don't want to talk anymore. I really don't.
So speaking of bad, what's up with those Batman photos? Speaking of bad, I have a feeling it's still gonna be a good movie, but I still don't like.
I'm gonna hold anything. I'm not gonna say anything about that because I don't know what. I'll tell you this: it did look like Ben Affleck when it first released.
The stunt double, the stunt double
photos looked exactly like Ben.
Because once they turned on the lights on the other photos, everyone the guy still looks like he needs a protein shake and hit the gym for another 8 months to make this happen. But the stunt double looked right, and like you said, it almost looked like Ben Affleck until you see the zoomed out shot of that stunt double on the motorcycle and notice that guy does not do leg day. At all.
Yeah. You're not going to see that.
You're not
going to see that in the movie. Stop.
Bro. So Batman doesn't throw kicks at all.
Yeah, Batman, and how fast are those
Batman's
kicks?
A boxer.
You're not going to see how small his legs are.
Batman's a boxer now. Batman is a boxer now, apparently. And that's the worry. So
might be a boxer.
That means that Robert Pattinson ain't doing leg day, so they got to get skinny legs stunt double, because every other stunt double for every other Batman, they're built up guys that look like they can throw down for real.
So
I don't know about this.
So I got a little tip from someone that
I do like the bat logo. Though.
So here's the thing. Let's again. We've done this before. We've been in this boat before where we go beyond the world and we talk crap about something and then we probably end up liking it. So, like MSK, I'm gonna say I don't want to talk too much about it because I feel
you mean like Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor?
Yeah,
we were so wrong on that one.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead,
no, but here's the thing. I talk a lot of crap about Batman, and I ended up liking it because I didn't.
Yeah, actually, both of you did. I'm gonna go back and say
no,
both.
I did.
Yeah, I did. And Ben,
both of you
he
really
ended up
did,
being
yeah.
physically speaking, he is the most spot on Batman.
I remember back then, I didn't talk
Batfleck.
too much about Batman, but I talked a lot about Lex Luthor, and I was correct.
Oh, I did too. That's when I stopped talking about Batman.
I know. So here's the thing. I'm going back to maybe we should just let it be. Let's see what happens. It looks. I mean, honestly, it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good. But I did get a little like someone read something who tipped me, and I was able to share with you guys, which the rumor was. It's by the way, it's Mako is the one that said it, that told me, which he read that it was not the only bat suit. That concentrates. It centers around Batman being on the second year as Dark Knight. And that they're gonna have new suits for him, and he's still trying to find his way and whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, so I mean, a second year guy who's trying to figure himself out will have really bad costumes, right?
Yeah,
like really bad suits and it's maybe something what you're seeing right there, which I mean,
well, like I just said a minute ago, though, I do like the logo, and I don't know if it was you who wrote it or MSK or somebody wrote it because you read it when you shared it with me, that it's made up of the rumor is, I guess it's a rumor.
Yeah, it's the rumor online.
Made up of the firearm that they used to kill his parents.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. One thing.
It also looks like a bottle opener too.
Yeah, on the sides. You melt it down so it looks like bottle.
I mean, the cast doesn't look bad, man. Did you guys see the rest of the cast?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah. Unlike, and that's what I was saying with the Jesse Eisenberg thing. When they broke it out, Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor in that movie, everyone stopped hating on the Batfleck because that was way worse. And this one, so far, nothing is worse than Robert Pattinson as Batman. Yeah. I'm digging at everything else, personally.
Right.
Personally, I'm liking everything.
But again,
Yopis, how do you feel about Colin Farrell being the Penguin?
Except for that.
But again, here's the thing.
For him.
Yeah, but for me, I look. Okay, let me be frank about it. I don't like Colin Farrell. I you guys know this, like, by far. I really don't like him, but I actually enjoyed him in True Detective because of the way he played that character, right? So
yeah.
I just don't see him as Penguin. I mean, bottom line, I don't see that. I don't see it. I have no idea what that's going to be.
I'll throw one out. I just recently with Yopi's little brother saw Gentleman, and he's not like the Penguin area. Physically speaking, he's starting to put on the weight. And the Gentleman, if you look at him, he's not like he's like a boxing coach or MMA coach, but more like a Mickey from Rocky. Like he's like a retired guy who trains young guys. So he's put on that weight. Okay. So I think he's gonna keep on that weight and go into, because I thought maybe they're gonna go with a thin Penguin. I'm like, okay, they're really changing things up. But it looks like he's gonna be on a slightly heavy side Penguin, and I don't know if they're gonna go with the Irish thing or if he's gonna do more of an American accent.
I just don't want him to do the overacting. Like, I don't want it to be like,
I don't think anyone's
gimmicky.
gonna. I kind of feel I don't think anyone's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that kind of.
Here's the thing.
I know.
Here's the thing.
I know
it's Penguin. Like,
yeah.
How do you play that character without doing something? I mean,
you could do like the arms dealer thing, like a serious arms dealer type.
Yeah, but how do you not play that without being a little? I wouldn't say cheesy, but something. Yeah. You know.
Right? You think that's what they're gonna do?
The actually, speaking of Mickey from Rocky, he was a Penguin in the series.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, how do you play that character? You know, like, that's not a real deep character technically. Like, it's not that deep.
Well, in the series, which was garbage, Gotham, they tried to do a different take on it. He had like a limp disfiguration, one of his legs, so he had like a bit of a waddle when he walked. So it was like an insulting nickname that the mob gave him, and then he took
but
it
that's
on
personality. That's
mantle.
Cool, but like I'm saying, character wise, how do you play that without sounding like a penguin at some point in your life?
Real quick. That's a garbage series.
Gotham? Yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, it's you laughing? No, I'm asking a question. It's a bad series.
Yeah, Gotham is a garbage series.
How much of that did you see?
Enough of it to know it was garbage.
Like how many seasons? Like
How many seasons did you see?
I watched an episode here or there per season. I never watched the whole season.
Okay.
I couldn't. Every once in a while, they would show something like, let me see what they're doing there. And then I would see it and not like it. And I'm like, okay. Because I like the actor who played Commissioner Gordon. And if they would have done a straight up Commissioner Gordon series with that actor as a young Commissioner Gordon, it would have had a lot of potential. But that's not what they did. They turned it in. They did like Smallville. They had to throw everything at Bruce Wayne in his teen years before he's even Batman. It's like, come on.
That should have been straight up a Commissioner Gordon series. Straight up. With different bad guys and him tackling that city down.
Yeah. Mafia. It shouldn't have been comic booky. It should have been very mafia driven, showing how the city was corrupt. And then
they shouldn't have anything Batman in it. It should have been Gordon and cops.
The series ends with that. The series ends with it's gotten so bad that they killed
the parents,
that family, and then this is where it's leading now. Exactly. And then you see Gordon slowly but surely move up the ranks, not to the point of commissioner because that doesn't happen until Batman is Batman. But you see how he becomes a guy that would work with a vigilante. Yeah. You slowly but surely see him get fed up with the corruption, get up with this, and you start to see, and that would make sense at the end. Like, this is definitely a guy who would work with a Batman. Or even do it a little early, and you end it with Bruce Wayne getting on the airplane to go train. Well, so again, there's no Batman.
No Batman, but definitely some Wayne enterprise, some type of Wayne influence.
Thomas Wayne was still
Thomas Wayne stuff.
Right. But definitely
even
no
that 3-year-old Bruce Wayne. No, I don't need.
No, I don't care. No. He's not even born in my eyes. He should not.
And then certain characters would have made sense, like Victor Freeze. That would have made sense, not as Mr. Freeze, but as a professor or scientist in a case. And they bump in like, that guy one day is going to be Victor Freeze, and you show his wife normal. You know what I mean? Not
nothing crazy.
Condition.
Falling in love maybe with his wife in the beginning. Whatever it is, things like that. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Harvey Dent's father is an attorney also for the defense as opposed to an attorney.
Guys, we're never going to get the show. Stop thinking about it because we're never going to get it. So.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It's not going to happen now because they ruined it the first go around.
What do you guys think about the Gordon they're getting for the movie? Jeffrey Wright.
I think he's the one from Westworld, right?
Yeah.
It's a different take. I'm going to see what I liked what Gary Oldman did with Gordon. So this is always my rule. It was just like that's why I wasn't too harsh about as even though it wasn't a good Joker, but and not that Jared Leto was bad as that Joker. It wasn't. It was the vision of that Joker that wasn't very settling with people, but Jared Leto's performance wasn't bad. It was just that version. But I didn't mind them attempting that because I had already gotten the Joker I wanted with Heath Ledger. And then what we just got with Joaquin Phoenix, and well deserving all the awards he got for that, managed to do something different from Heath Ledger, but still incredible and unique at the same time. But it's the same thing. I've already gotten a really good Commissioner Gordon, so take different stabs at it. I think, why not?
Listen,
Tiger Woo!
I like Peoples. I love Peoples.
No, he's not gonna play him like Peoples. He's not gonna play him like Peoples. Come on,
okay? Tiger Woo will always. I'm okay with Tiger Woo in anything.
I knew you were gonna bring that up. I hate that movie. By the way, but I knew you were gonna bring that up.
I love Tiger Woo. Tiger Woo,
dude. So now you have from that same movie, one guy ended up playing Batman. And now the other guy ends up playing. The other guy ends up playing Commissioner Gordon.
Tiger Woo.
That's funny. But yeah, so no, and I like what's her Zoe Kravitz as a Catwoman. That'd be different.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
She's good. I like her.
I think this guy's gonna probably steal the show as Riddler. This is one of those roles for one of those type of actors that everything I seen him in, he's pretty good, but he hasn't really blown up.
Is it? Paul Dino, Paul whatever.
Yeah. When he was really young, I forget what movie it was, and it wasn't that great of a movie, but it was Angelina Jolie and Ethan Hawke, and he was at the beginning of that movie. And he played it was a brutal scene. He's like the young version of a serial killer in that movie. And I know like the opening scene was like 15 minutes, and the only other stuff I had seen him was like comedies. I think like what's that Miss April, Miss May or something like that. where it's like one of those road trip rom-coms, teenage rom-coms. I'd seen him in that. Like, I only seen him in a couple like comedy type things, but then I saw him real serious in that, and I'm like, oh man. So when I saw him casted as Riddler, I'm like, he's gonna be one of those guys that all of a sudden steals the show out of nowhere. Look at this incredible performance. He's gonna be the dark horse in that movie. I think they're gonna go Riddler strong in that film.
That's the only movie that like pops in my head.
That's right. He was the preacher. That's right. That was I'm
Paul
done
Dano.
now.
Right?
Yeah,
Paul Dano.
So I think he's gonna really blow up in this one. I think they're gonna go Riddler heavy in this one, and a lot of just support from the other villains is what I feel. Which I think I haven't read that comic in a long time, but I think the comic that it's based on, which is the Long Halloween, is very Riddler heavy, from what I remember. So
the Long Halloween is more mob. Well, yeah, it's
that's what it is. The mob hires a rogues of people to take out this new threat of Batman, and then they ended up, regretting it because they opened up Gotham to this insanity instead of the typical mob rule. Is what I remember from that. So we'll see what they go with it, and that's why I even have faith as this kid as a Bruce Wayne, because it's gonna be more detective driven as opposed to action.
This kid, I'm sure he's your age, man.
He probably is
Robert
older.
Pattinson?
He's probably older.
He's probably
older than me.
I'm gonna say he's like 36, 37.
36? Who?
This kid, isn't he 36, 37?
Who?
Robert
He might
Pattinson?
be younger than. No, wait a minute. I was already. No. He was a kid in Harry Potter.
Yeah. He was.
Hold on.
He was born in 86.
Yeah,
just letting you know.
Yeah. He was born in 86. Yeah, I'm definitely older than him. So yeah.
Oh, so he's 34.
He's
34.
He gets kid.
Yeah. You're a lot older.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because when I saw him, because he was a kid in Harry Potter, I was already out of high school. Yeah, I was already out of high school when he was a kid in Harry Potter. Which that's my favorite Harry Potter movie.
I mean, you could play Gordon. You could play Batman. You could play Gordon.
I could play Gordon.
Yeah.
I could play Penguin. I could play Joker because they've already done so many good Jokers. We might as well have another shitty Joker.
Be the Penguin.
King Shark.
Speaking of, let's stick with
Suicide
DC.
Squad 2's gonna be
See,
wrong.
this is what happens when you have this type of winging little podcast. But sticking with DC, how was Birds of Prey?
I liked it. I don't know if either of you have seen it.
Is it called Birds of Prey? It's called
seen
Birds of Prey this week, or is it another name?
Not in the kiosk. They're trying to now market what they should have done before they released
What's it called?
and call it Harley Quinn. Now it's Harley Quinn.
I'm sorry.
Birds of Prey instead of Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation
of one Harley Quinn.
One Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Which they said it was a joke working title, and then like the studio said, yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
But for those out there who haven't seen it, I mean, you haven't seen it, so there's not really no spoilers. But it's very Deadpoolish.
You can spoil it. I really don't care.
Yeah.
No, it's very Deadpoolish. It's not a PG-13. It's a hard R. It's got a lot of dark comedy in it. It's got there's very brutal fight scenes in that movie. Very brutal. And I liked it more than Suicide Squad. I doubt I'm going to like it more than the new Suicide Squad that James Gunn is doing, but I definitely liked it more than Suicide Squad.
So I heard somebody that saw it and said the movie sucked. Completely.
Well, that's their opinion.
Yeah,
my opinion wasn't that bad. Yeah, my opinion was not that bad.
No, I got to see it. I definitely got to see it because
it's not great. It's not Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? It's not one of DC's strongest.
Yeah.
But it's also different. It's not. They're not taking aim. Like I said, they're Deadpool, which is what Suicide Squad should have been. Which is what I think Suicide Squad 2 is going to be. Well, the Suicide Squad. Whatever with that title, but it's going to be more like they're going to make it the more hard R comedy, dark, don't take yourself too serious. It's freaking Suicide Squad type of film, where the other Suicide Squad kind of had that feeling, but it just kind of fell apart on the.
No, it had that feeling. It had a shitty villain. The villain was not very good.
That too. Well, because
the
also
villain
the
should have been the Joker, and
that
he
he
had
was.
a shitty Joker.
And remember, there's a lot of footage that they're not sharing that he was supposed to be part of, and they cut a lot of that out and cut him out as being the villain. I don't know what happened with Jared Leto in that studio, or what the vision was, or whatever. But they just really went heavy on F this Joker.
Yeah, they probably found out he was bad already, right?
Also, maybe they saw him. I don't know. Filming another movie like Morbius, and they were like, "We can't have you."
Talk about spoilers and trailers.
No, that was years ago, man. Yeah, yeah. What do you guys think about that Morbius movie, by the way?
What do I think about the spoiler in the trailer, or it looks good?
What
Wait, what do you
what
guys
spoiler?
think? You don't
What
think you look-
spoiler?
What spoiler are you talking about?
What spoiler?
No, I want to know what
I'm gonna-
spoiler. Now I want
I'm
some
gonna
spoiler.
drop. I'm gonna
What
drop
spoiler?
it that they're definitely setting up the Sinister Six with that movie.
That's not a spoiler. That's in the news. Like everyone knows that.
Yeah, but they actually showed Michael Keaton, the Vulture.
Oh yeah, they should.
Oh, yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the in the,
Yeah,
commer-
that was
in the
stupid.
trailer.
Yeah.
Like, why
That's-
would you? But,
that
but
shouldn't have been
I
on.
personally, I'm hoping the reason they did that is because that's not the post credit, maybe the mid credit, or maybe actually in the movie, and the mid or post credit is going to be Blade. Now that there's some more sharing going on between Marvel
Yeah, no,
and
that's
Sony.
not gonna happen. David, he said that the Sony movies and Spider-Man, like, that's just gonna be in that universe. You get me? Like, Spider-Man's gonna affect the Sony.
They're 100%
Spider-Verse,
sharing Venom
but the
now. Yeah,
the
I mean,
Sony
they're not
universe
sharing-
isn't gonna affect the MCU.
Well, apparently it is because they took on 30% of Venom along with that Spider-Man deal.
Man,
So Venom is, and that was part of the deal, that Venom will be included somehow in the MCU. So they are kind of gonna spin in the universe.
This is
How?
such
If
a
it's through the
nerdy
multiverse,
talk. You guys are
or
so
who knows
nerdy.
how?
I don't know, man. I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I mean, if that's the case,
That's-
it's only gonna be with Venom because they're not gonna.
Yeah. Well, that's the only one who got contracted. But obviously, Marvel's sharing with them because the Vulture is in Morbius. And that's a Sony movie. And the Vulture's from a Marvel movie. A Marvel Sony movie. So they're already sharing with Morbius, a Marvel character from Spider-Man. So we'll see. But they're playing with it. And I don't know. I'm pretty hopeful. Marvel's making a lot of big moves. And it looks like Sony is they got over themselves. Because that happened kind of quick, in fairness. What was that, 3 months? That whole thing? Like it felt like it was something like should have taken years, because that's what the talk was. It was like, whoa, in 4 or 5 years from now, after he does 2 or 3 Sony movies, Tom Holland will still be into it, and maybe he'll come back to it. And like maybe 3 months later, it all got resolved. Like what? That was like the fastest.
Yeah, I think it got resolved because of Tom Holland.
Yeah, that's what
it
the rumors
definitely
were
got resolved
heavily.
because of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
There's no other question. No other
because
doubt in
everyone
my
likes to
mind.
make money. Yeah, everyone likes to make money, and he is young enough and popular enough now that, truth be told, he kind of have the weight to say, "Hey, I'll stop doing Spider-Man."
I'm not gonna lie. He looked depressed for a while.
Yeah, yeah, because he really wanted
He
it.
looked depressed. I mean,
really wanted it.
We were
It's-
depressed
come on.
as fans. I cannot imagine how he felt.
Dude,
He was like, man, I'm in the right. This is the best part. I'm in the right spot, and all of a sudden, hey, we're gonna cut the contract with Marvel.
With Marvel.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only work for DC for Sony. which
No,
would-
no, sir, no.
Yeah, that's the nightmare.
You didn't make me
he's got a lot of
famous.
stuff coming out, but-
It was Marvel.
Yeah, especially because he's doing a lot of work for Disney, because he has like that Pixar movie coming
Yep.
out. Like, he's doing a lot of.
that
Disney
Pixar
stuff.
movie doesn't look very.
It's great. It's gonna be great.
Onward or whatever. Yeah, I don't
gonna
know.
be
It
great.
might be good. Pixar, they're all at least enjoyable. You know what I mean?
Decent, yeah.
They're not all the best films, but everything they make is pretty decent. But on the Marvel tangent, we got Black Widow coming up in May. Counting the days for that. That looks good.
Yep.
A lot of rumors on what is going on there.
Yep.
One theory, if that's it, I'm gonna be super impressed.
What's the
Which
theory?
is that she. Okay. Side note: they zoomed in on her hand in one of the photos from the theater. I don't know if it's superimposed or if that is what it is. It looks like she has a handful of pin particles in one of the scenes in the Black Widow trailer. So the theory, now this is nothing with Marvel, this is a fan theory. But sometimes fan theories are correct. Game of Thrones, Supernatural, it happens. And the theory is, which would be a pretty cool storyline to see it unfold, is that her second set of pin particles for the way back, as she's falling to her death. Remember, she keeps going on about the ledger, all the red in her ledger she has to undo. Remember, she also knows about those pin particles and that facility from Winter Soldier, because she went with Captain America to that Hydra / Shield facility. So she jumps back, gets a bunch of pin particles, and they did show an Endgame. Captain America only grabbed 4 vials and left, I think, like 7 or something, like a bunch of other vials of the pin particles there. So she grabs a fistful, and the reason you see it looks almost like different times-ish in Black Widow as opposed to being flashback, is that she's actually jumping in time, but the whole time knowing that she has to jump back to falling and dying, because if not, they don't get that stone. So the whole film would be her righting her wrongs and still going back and sacrificing herself, which would reassert her death. And she'll probably get the funeral scene in this movie that she should have gotten in Endgame because they mostly focused on
they totally didn't focus. Yeah, mostly focused. No, they only focused.
All she got was the Hulk. The Hulk threw a bench.
The last 40 minutes were
the Hulk threw
Tony
a bench.
Stark.
That's what she got. Yeah. So if that is what unfolds, and Marvel's done some crazy stuff. I mean, we see all the stuff they're doing for the Disney Plus now with the WandaVision and the Falcon and Winter Soldier and the What If. So and the Loki series, which I don't know about. I don't know about this guy. Wow.
I'm gonna say that's a little bit of a stretch, man. I think this movie's just gonna take place before Ultron, and it's not.
And if it does, and it's very Winter Soldiery, it's still a good movie.
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. It's not gonna be anything connected.
God, I would be impressed if they did that.
It would be great. It would be great if it's connected, but I don't think, man. I think first of all, I don't know if Scarlett Johansson's gonna do more movies.
Well, that's why they will kill her.
Well, exactly. She would stay dead.
That's why it will kill her.
And I think they might be fixing if she undoes, because remember, alternate timelines now. If she undoes some of the stuff there, then that brings back those characters that probably died originally in the past now exist today, which is I forget what the Captain Red, whatever his name is, the guy from Stranger Things, the character he's playing, which is like Russia's version of Captain America.
What's his name?
I don't know what that character's name is. I remember from the comic books. It's something like God, what is it? Isn't it Red something or something? Red, I don't know. Whatever.
Red Captain America.
Yeah, Red Captain America. Russian Captain America.
Russian Captain America.
Kami America or Captain Kami. I don't know what his freaking name is. But the other girl that she's kind of blowing up right now because she's in a bunch of movies, which is the one that she says sister in the trailer. They might be fixing for her to basically become the new Black Widow.
For sure. Yeah, she's gonna take out. She's gonna take over the mantle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
and that's what I feel. And remember, in the trailer, they show again. It could just be a flashback scene, but they show Ross young. You know what I mean? What is General Ross? Or I guess at that time he's not general, but they show him young. So it could be a flashback, or again, if she's traveling
seriously,
back
what's the guy's name though? I'm really trying to think about it.
His real name, it's funny because his name is Alexei, right? Like the actual
person, which is the guy from Stranger Things.
And the guy from Stranger Things is called Alexei. So
is Alexei Captain
Guardian.
Overrated.
Red Guardian, right?
Red Guardian, there you go. I need something red or something like that. Red Guardian. That's a pretty raw name. But yeah, so we'll see. And the outfit that she's wearing in Infinity War at the end battle, it looks like the outfit that this actress is playing, the other, like the older Black Widow, which I guess would be like a mother figure or something like that. It looks like that same outfit. So I don't know. It's definitely obviously connected. It's not going to be well before, I think, Age of Ultron. It might be taking place before Infinity War, which is during the time that they're in hiatus. Mm-hmm. So it could be that. It could be during that time.
Yep. Oh, it's supposed to take place. Let's see, right after Civil War. Yeah, that's when it's supposed to take place.
Yeah, so there's before Infinity War and in between Civil War and Infinity War, which is where Captain America and the Falcon, all them were on the run, and Ant-Man was on house arrest, and so was Hawkeye. So, and then there's the whole Hawkeye series thing that is eventually going to happen too. And Marvel's got so much planned out for the next decade already. It's insane. It's insane how they just they've taken complete ownership of their entertainment field.
Marvel Studios, though.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
It's good stuff.
That's the main difference.
Well, have you guys heard of anything about the Hawkeye series? Because I heard it's been postponed.
Yeah, it looks like it's because of actor problems that they wanted to get. What is it, Haley Seinfeld or whatever from that?
No, but I heard it's postponed because Jeremy Renner is having some domestic issues, and they don't want that.
He has some marital issues. Yeah, he's going through a bad divorce.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp just went through that. Yeah, those are the rumors for the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Hollywood mess. You got a lot of that. Brad Pitt went through it. And it's you just see that. It's just it's rough when it has to start affecting their careers. Speaking of which, that's a reminder that film you seen, that Marriage Story. Speaking of, Joker was good, the Netflix Adam Driver.
He was awesome.
Yeah, we'll get into Star Wars now. He was incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
But that's one of those movies, speaking of divorce and the mess of that, man, that movie I think makes lawyers look horrible, which they kind of should. But it's you see that movie.
No, we need lawyers.
Yeah,
I know. But
I don't know what lawyers you deal with. You're dealing with bad lawyers.
I'd say in that
not
movie,
all lawyers are like that. Omega.
Divorce lawyers. Oh man, that movie shows.
To all my lawyer friends, all three of you.
If they're divorce lawyers, whatever, whatever. Because this was some vulturing.
No.
At least Hollywood.
Laura Dern was awesome in that movie, man.
Yeah. Yeah, she won a bunch of awards for it, and she should have. She was good in it. But I actually liked all of them. I mean,
she won the Oscar. She won the Oscar for it.
She had she won the Oscar, and she also won a couple of other Golden Globe. I think she won like 3 total for that role.
Yeah.
But what you call it? You had Ray Liotta was one of the other attorneys.
Yep.
And an only slightly likable attorney was the older guy. That he's in a lot of stuff too.
Alan Alda. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, it was a good movie. That was good. I haven't seen all the nominees. I don't know all the best picture from the Oscars. What you guys have seen? Did you finally see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because that's up there. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed
Makes
that.
sense. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because we were thinking of doing Tarantino talk, but that's why we still can't, because you still got to put that one in the tank.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be a future episode for sure, a Tarantino episode.
Yeah.
Which he won a bunch of awards for Once Upon a Time. Oh, Brad Pitt, I think he won every single time for the best supporting actor for Once Upon a Time.
Brad Pitt,
which he was good in it. Yeah, he was good in it. He was. I don't know. There's a lot of roles that I think he did better and didn't even get nominated for.
But that happens all the time. So
and this is the year
Leo
that Hollywood
is a prime
decided.
example.
The thing is, in this movie, he kind of outshined because the way it's written,
Leo?
because the way the character is written. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's meant to. Yeah, he's meant to. He's a larger than life type of character, so he's meant to really shine, and he does it well. And he's not. I don't know. He's a very relatable character. Yeah. But it's good. It's not. And that's what I'm saying. Brad Pitt has shown a lot more range,
right,
and a lot of other characters that never even got nominated. You know, which I'll say, like, for example, personally, this is when he was young. One of my favorite movies, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but one of my favorite Brad Pitt movies is Meet Joe Black. I think he's incredible.
Yeah, he's awesome.
In that movie.
He's great.
And
the way he dies, it's amazing. It's one of the best deaths.
Yeah,
spoiler.
Right, you mean at the beginning, spoiler. Wait, I already gave the blanket spoiler, but that is one of the craziest.
That movie came out like 25 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but that is that it happens when the first 12 minutes of the movie, you're like, what? You're like, what did I just see? Like the main character, and then it builds into what the movie's about from that point on. Yeah. But it's like, that is a crazy. Crazy
the relationship he has with Anthony Hopkins, his character, is
incredible.
Awesome.
They have a great chemistry in that film, and that's what I'm saying. Is like even younger Brad Pitt, when he wasn't, even though early Grace in California, what a completely different character he did in that film. And then like Snatch, you know what I mean? So like he's done a lot of roles where he's really gone out there and done something different from his overall personality, where this one seemed pretty close to Brad Pitt in a lot of ways.
Seven is still one of my favorites.
Wait, that's you don't know Brad Pitt. You don't know his
real
personality.
What I mean
he
is
could be
Brad
the guy
Pitt,
from California. You don't know.
I'm talking about the Brad Pitt we see in interviews and at award shows and things like that. This is a character that seems closer to the way he and his mannerisms
he seems closer
are.
to an actor, right? Because the character is he's a stunt double, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
he's a stunt double, not an actor. But I'm just saying that the overall personality traits of the guy.
Yeah, it's just very. You just gotta watch it. You just gotta because
he's a very
not
laid
over
back,
the top.
He's
not over the top acting. He's just playing a guy.
No, it's not exactly.
Yeah, a regular guy.
Exactly. That's my point. It's not he's not taking this hard right, large range. It's like Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. Great performance.
Yeah.
But Tom Cruise, for the most part, always plays Tom Cruise. Then you see something like Tropic Thunder, where obviously it's a comedy. It's not going to get nominated for Oscars, stuff like that. But that Les Grossman, you've never seen Tom Cruise do something like that before. Completely, full range, completely different character, personality, the makeup, all that. It's just not that type of performance. And yet he gives a dramatic performance playing a character similar to a character we constantly see from him, and Jerry Maguire, and that's like one of his biggest blowout, performances. So it's the same thing. So it's just one of those typical things. Like they just decided this year, let's give it to Brad. You know what I mean? Not that he didn't, earn it. He did, especially over the lifetime of his career. I'm just saying it's one of those roles. Like, man, there's so many of the roles that he probably should have deserved.
Man, they did that. They did that to Leo. So let's just
exactly. Let's
just that's just the way.
I'll tell you what, and it's also like what year. It depends what year movies come out. Because A Marriage Story, if that came out like next year or last year, Adam Driver would have won that. But because Joaquin Phoenix was part of that, you know.
I know, and I think 1917. As soon as I saw 1917, I when that movie finished, I looked at him like, oh wow, they did this one of those quick December, let's get it out there before the awards ceremonies.
Like a December push,
and I'm like, it's gonna win a bunch of stuff, but at least it's gonna make it very difficult, and different things are gonna get looked at now because this got thrown in the middle. Like I already knew a lot of movies that I really liked throughout 2019 for special effects and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, they're done now. Like I knew it. I knew for cinematography and sound, and I go, this one's gonna take a lot of this stuff now, all these different award shows, because I mean it's a really good movie, and I honestly I thought it was gonna win. I personally would have liked Joker to have won for Best Picture in any of these award shows, and I really felt that 1917 probably really deserved it. But I even called it. We were actually playing GTA that day, and I said it. I go, watch the Academy. I haven't seen it. I'm sure it's a good movie, but I just got a feeling that it's just going to be the Academy being the Academy, and they're going to give it to that Parasite just to be right out of left field and just not be any of the movies that anyone's rooting for or is expecting it to be.
And I'm sure
Parasite. I don't know, man. It was getting a lot of talk.
I'm sure Parasite's a good movie. So. Again, I haven't seen Parasite, so I'm sure it's a good movie. And but here's the thing, I know the way they do things, and that is just Hollywood. That's just the way.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. That's why it won. I'm sure it's a good movie, but I know it won that because like it's like, and you saw in all the award shows. Like I haven't heard about this movie all year long, and now when it comes to award time, like now everyone's like really pushing this movie. But I'll tell you, like one of my favorite movies and period, and it's definitely one of my favorite zombie movies. I don't know if you guys finally saw it. I think it's on Netflix now. Is that Train to Busan, which is also a South Korean film? Yeah. And man, one of the best acted zombie movies I've ever seen. One of the best performances. I mean, the first time I saw it, I didn't even have subtitles, no dubbing, no subtitles, and I completely understood that movie with no problem. I was impressed. So this one, I'm sure I'm gonna subtitle it because I know that probably the American dubbing is not gonna be good. It's
terrible. Terrible. Don't do it.
It usually is.
Do not put that audio.
So I rather just
that audio, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I rather just read and actually see the actors and hear their performances. So I'm sure it is a good movie. And there's a few other ones I haven't seen yet, but
I haven't seen a lot of the ones nominated. But the one that I did try to see, The Irishman, I'm glad it didn't win.
It should not have been nominated.
What Irishman?
Exactly. I couldn't finish it, man. I just couldn't. I kept falling asleep.
Dude, that's rough. I mean, anyone listening to this, like, it. The Irishman is like, it's like they had to give Scorsese his push.
My problem is it's probably I can't see Robert the age thing, the CGI. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Like
here's the thing about The Irishman, and I'm one of those guys that I have to be honest about it. If you guys should look at it, it's pretty much The Expendables just put together in a more serious
the mob version. The mob version.
Think about it. It's
Pacino, Cartel,
that's exactly what
Pesci.
It is. It's getting all the best mob guys that were raw in their time and putting them together. That's all it was.
And that was the issue. And you know what? It's like, here's the thing too. Number one, by far, one of Scorsese's like worst movies, and when I say worst, it's because it's still a decent movie. He doesn't make bad movies, so when I say worst, I'm not saying that he makes a lot of bad movies and this is the worst one of it. No, it's the least good movie of the movies he made. It's no Gangs of New York, it's no Departed, it's no Goodfellas, it's no Casino, it's no Raging Bull.
No,
it's none of those movies. And he had a step in the right direction, like with The Departed. And where I'm getting at is this: he could have casted younger actors and wrote the script around Leonardo DiCaprio, a Mark Wahlberg, a Johnny Depp. I mean, take your pick and make a better film.
Get JGL in that role.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Expendables, guys. The Expendables. You guys are not listening to me.
Dude, that scene when De Niro is beating up the guy for slapping his daughter's hand or whatever is so fake. It looks so fake. It's like, great, you CGI his face, CGI his body. That is the worst beating. I was like, that guy had to like lay there and take a pretend CGI beating so bad. It looks so horrible.
Get that far. What hour is that on? Hour 4? Hour 5?
That's episode 4. You have to watch it in 6 episodes. 6 25-minute episodes is how I watched it.
Listen, I'm not going to hate on Scorsese because he's great. But
no, he makes, and that's what I'm saying. This is not a bad. It's not a.
I couldn't watch it.
It's it's long. It is long, and what it is because he geared the film to play toward these actors who don't have the energy anymore. You can't take nothing away from them. These are all good actors in their day when they did their films. Most of them are my favorite actors, and if I put a list together of all of my favorite movies, a lot of those guys are in most of them, and I love all Scorsese stuff. But he geared this film to guys that don't have the energy to do
not the energy. They don't have the not even the energy. They don't have the willpower. They don't have the strength. They don't. I'm sure they were not getting up at 5 a.m. to shoot this film. They were getting up at 12 because they're old already. It is what it is. They just put this thing together, and the storyline. I've always wanted to see something like Scorsese driven about that story. Always, right? Mm-hmm. But I got it too late. In life, and it was too long, and it is what it is. Let's give.
It could have been a series. That's what it should have been. It should have been a series.
Let's give him a hand. Let's give him a hand for trying.
Yeah.
Let's give him a hand.
It should have been like Boardwalk Empire. He co-produced, I think, Boardwalk Empire. It should have been an HBO series, 2 seasons or whatever, with HBO caliber actors. You know what I mean? And even like Joe Pesci, I was fine with. There's certain characters that the actors made sense, but the problem is the biggest ones: Pacino, De Niro. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like they gave bad performances. Again, they wrote.
It's just they're not 32 years old. It's just Joe Pesci calling Robert De Niro kid is not believable.
Exactly.
It's not a thing. It's not a thing anymore. It's hard. It's not a thing anymore. I'm sorry.
It's hard. And then, that was like, and then again, it was like they got, just because of the cast that they were and the crew that they are, they got all these nominations, and I'm like, I hope they don't win over any of the other ones that I like, because I like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood way more. I like Joker way more. I like 1917 way more. I like Marriage Story way more. And I got a feeling that I'll probably like most of the other ones way more. So Ferrari, haven't seen yet.
So we gotta get this we gotta get through this list really quick, man. We are already 1 hour in, and I know we're pulling a Scorsese right now.
Yeah, I think we should start wrapping it.
Yeah, but we should get through the list as fast as we can. What didn't we talk about? And just hit it really quick.
Yeah, we have a bit of a list. Sonic.
Did you see it? Who? Did you see Sonic? He may. Did you see it, MSK?
I saw some of it.
Okay, he saw some of it.
The VFX guys went back and redid it because he looks like Sonic now. It was good. That part was good.
Yeah.
That was he had the right look. Jim Carrey, for me, and at least
over the top.
He
went over the top for you.
Yeah, for me, it was over the top. For a lot of other people, they're enjoying it. But
Doctor Who. Let's see.
Doctor Who. The ending to the first episod.
There's a lot of villain. What happened?
Over the top.
Over the top. I like it.
They might as well just have Jim Carrey on it because it was over the top.
How about you, Omega? How about you?
It looks like the season's gonna end well though.
That's what I keep hearing.
It's going to good story arc. Yeah, it's had a couple things in that have been pretty good. Some good surprise cameos, which have been ruined for most people already. And but overall, it has it has an interesting story arc. So I'm interested again to see where they're going with it.
Okay,
so I'll give it that.
I have like two seasons.
It's better than last
season. 2 seasons to catch up. 2 or 3. I don't know. I have no idea when I stopped.
But you should at least finish Capaldi's run, man. He was really good. He was good.
She was great.
No, actually, I did see that, by the way. Just letting you know. All right, so let's see. What else we got? Star Wars, right?
Star Wars we have to save for another episode. We have to save that for an episode.
Yeah, no, that's a whole other episode.
How about Mandalorian?
Mandalorian. Oh, amazing. Hey, that's an episode. Amazing. Yeah, I think we have to do a Star Wars episode and we'll talk Mandalorian in there.
All right.
But yeah, I'm amazing. I'm definitely there.
Yeah, I'm just going to say amazing.
Good. Amazing. How about Bond? Did you guys see the preview for Bond?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be better than the last one, for sure.
Okay. Oh, I like that. How about you?
I like the last one. Yeah,
I know. I liked it too, but did you think it's going to be better?
I think it's going to be better, yeah.
I do.
You think it's going to be better? Also. I think it's going to be better as well, but I have to say one thing, though. I don't like the song already. There. I'm moving on.
Wow.
That's just me. I don't like the song. Wow. All right, let's see.
You don't like the song? You don't like the overhype of the song?
No, I don't like the song because it's overhype, and again, it sounds like she just woke up and got into the mic and started singing. That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like
she
just
woke up
and
she's just whispering because she just woke up. Let's move on. Let's see. What else do we got in this little thing?
Wonder Woman 1984.
Wonder Woman.
Speed round this.
MSK.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. Looks good.
Yeah. How about you, Omega?
I think it'll be good. It looks interesting. I really like the first one. I think they'll do something good with this one. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, okay. I feel that it's gonna be better than the first one in a way because it's gonna be more full, like a little bit faster. Like, you know what I mean? Like they just sped up the
faster pace.
Faster
pace. Because they don't have to origin it.
Yeah, no more origin. So I think it's gonna be better. But we'll see. We'll never know.
Narcos season 2, Mexico.
Mexico.
Don't care about it.
Well, we won't spoil it, but
I'm not gonna spoil, but it's really good. I'm telling you right
really
now,
good.
it's
a must
Mexico.
watch.
I am telling you, Mexico is better than the original. Narcos.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care what
Narcos
anybody
Mexico
says.
is definitely better.
Don't care what anybody says, and you can come at me, bro. Come at me. What else do we got here?
I'm gonna go on a quick HBO tangent. The Outsider.
Okay.
Definitely a good watch.
Okay.
It's a Steven Spielberg, not Spielberg, Stephen King. A Stephen King story.
Okay.
A bunch of episodes are directed by Justin Bateman, who he's also one of the characters in the show. Also, great. It's very True Detective, but with a big supernatural essence to it. So if you like the True Detective shows and you like detective type shows, but you like supernatural type things also, it's good. It's definitely a good watch. Avenue 5, great comedy on HBO. That show I'm enjoying it. It's a whole very different take. It's very Wall-E, like a space cruise type thing, and then things go wrong, and it has a very good good humor about it. A lot of good actors in it.
Okay.
All right, real quick. Supernatural season 54.
Supernatural. Supernatural.
We're
we at with Supernatural?
Finale on that. Yeah, this season.
No, you know what?
I'm not looking forward.
Wait. Before we get to Supernatural, let's move on because I'm telling you what.
I know
Omega's got something to say at the end about Supernatural. So how about that?
Yeah.
We'll move on for now.
I do have to let it out before it finales because. But yeah, so to finish on HBO, Curb Your Enthusiasm for your Curb Your Enthusiasm fans, you got to jump on that. And I'm telling you right now, one of the funniest documentaries I ever seen in my life is this McMillions documentary.
I heard about
HBO.
that. Yeah.
And it's like watching it's a real documentary. This is not a mockumentary, but it feels like it because all the people involved in this are so funny. But when they're doing these interviews and stuff, Agent Doug, the FBI agent, that is the funniest FBI agent on the planet.
All right.
But outside of that, this is a crazy story that we had no clue about. I had never heard about this.
I'm not gonna
personally.
lie. I'm not gonna lie.
This Monopoly mafia
you
scam.
mentioned it to me. I went and I looked at his face. I couldn't believe that guy is a real FBI agent.
Right? I'm telling you, man.
Just want to say, just when looking at his face, I couldn't even.
It is so funny.
I don't even believe it.
Dude,
I don't believe you.
great.
I have to watch it myself.
But this scam of the mafia was running the McDonald's monopoly and basically almost no winners from the McDonald's monopoly.
Spoiler.
Winners.
I don't want to hear that. Spoiler. Like, I gotta
but that's
see
what
it
it's
for
about.
myself.
You're gonna be told that in the first 5
Agent
seconds.
Doug?
Because that's what it's
Agent
about.
Doug?
Agent Doug. Yeah, Agent Doug, dude. You gotta look him up. That guy is so funny.
So technically for you, it's just watch HBO series. That's what you're.
Watch
that's
HBO.
What you're
HBO's
for
killing.
everybody
HBO's
else.
killing it right now. Yeah, HBO is killing it right now for sure.
So let's see what else we got.
Free Guy. That looks great.
What did
Free
you say?
Guy. That's the Ryan Reynolds, the video game one.
Yeah, that looks okay. I'm not 100% in that. I think it's gonna be good, but I don't think it's gonna be great.
All right, real quick. This probably should have got its own episode, but what did you guys think about last season's BoJack?
Yeah, I think we have to do an episode.
I think that's its own.
That's an episode, man. That was really good.
So we'll come back.
But
to
you know what I love about it? You know what I love about
it.
what we're doing right now is that we're not going to record any of this episode. So let's continue. Let's move on.
Let's keep going. Speed round.
But BoJack was fantastic.
BoJack was amazing.
It's an important series to watch. I think it's a very well done, thought provoking, mind opening, deep series.
Well, I mean, we spoke
about a horse.
It should get its own episode. Seriously, we should do that.
We've spoken about BoJack before, so I'm telling you, it's a really good, and it had a great finale. So just to let the people know.
Yeah, that was one of my nerdcessities from like 12 episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So speaking of nerdcessity.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. We're Nerdcessity. There's still more things. We gotta speed up.
More things.
Let me see.
We're over an hour and 20 minutes.
Wait, The Boys season 2. Did you guys see that?
No, it's not out yet.
No. I mean the
trailer. It looks good. Yeah. Well, the teaser. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
If you've seen it, we'll have to. The Boys is gonna get an episode coming up.
Amazon's getting some good shows, man. They got the Nazi Hunter thing coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it just came out. The one with Al Pacino.
Yeah, it came out yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
I almost mentioned something that I shouldn't have mentioned. What do we got here? Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Afterlife.
Oh, there you go. That looks good.
That looks
there's
really
a lot
good,
of stuff
actually.
to look forward to this summer.
Tenet.
Tenet looks good.
Yeah,
I'm looking
down.
forward to that.
New Mutants.
Totally down for
New
that.
Mutants.
I don't know. It's getting a lot of good hype about what it's going to be now.
What is it with you
but
and X-Men? Stop.
I don't know.
Stop.
It's bad. It looks bad. It
Just
looks
stop.
terrible.
Dude, they got Marvel.
Stop
Hey,
what
it's
you're
Marvel
saying. It
approved
looks
now.
terrible. That's gonna
It's
suck.
Marvel
That's gonna
approved
flop,
now.
and I can't wait for the new X-Men made by Disney. That's what I'm waiting for.
MCU.
Let's each do a necessity probably from this list, and we'll just call it that.
What?
We didn't talk about
man.
we didn't talk about Bad Boys for Life.
What are you talking about? Because it's not Bad Boys for Life. It's Bad Boys.
It's FanCor for Life.
3.
It's FanCor for Life. Bad.
That's what it
Bad
was.
3 Boys.
Bad Boys 3. Oh man, that's terrible. Sort of terrible movie. But hey,
that.
no. But let's go back. Let's
put?
just finish this. Let's just finish this since you brought up Supernatural. Omega. Omega
Yeah.
has. Okay. Let's be.
I'm gonna share this because it's not a spoiler because it's not what they're gonna do. For
Is the
finale.
season done yet? No, it's not done yet.
No, it's not done.
So I still have time to watch the YouTube video explaining everything, right?
What? That's gonna happen. I'll do that for you.
I still have time to watch the YouTube video of the 54 seasons, right?
Yes.
You said in the last episode?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. If you're a Supernatural fan, but if this is not at all fan theory because they're not going to do this. It's what I want the ending to be. And it's such a good concept for the ending that basically sharing this, and that's what I'm doing to everyone who's a Supernatural fan right now, is ruining whatever the finale is going to be.
Yeah.
Because so far, the way this season's going, it's not going to be
It's terrible.
Is the finale.
It's terrible. I don't care. I don't care what anybody
But
says. It's
MSK
bad.
has heard us say over and over again, season 5, by far, the best season.
Best.
The reason for that...
What happened? I don't hear you guys.
Okay, hold on. Omega, I don't hear you. Whatever you're saying, you got to go back.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, he got a power outage.
That's perfect. That's a perfect way to end the episode. He got a power outage. How amazing is that?
Oh my god. That's awesome.
That's it. This is it. This is
You know what? No necessity. That's it. We're done.
Let's end it. Go ahead. You say it.
Let's go. I'm out. This is MSK. Peace out.
This is your piece. Beat us.
And there you have it, folks. This has been Fanatically Correct. Until next time, you crazy kids. Signing off.
Season 5, by far, the best season. The reason for that is, oh crap, the power just went out over here. Hello? What the hell? Power just went out.